Generation X, Generation Y, demographics and buying home. It's interesting to see what's happening in these generations. Sales of residential property are really strong. And one of the reasons is for the surge in purchasing is the young adults entering our local real estate market here. Harvard University Joint Center of Housing Studies came up with a survey stating that 43% of 18 to 34-year-olds are already homeowners currently right now. 93% are currently on a rent plan. They're renting, but they have a plan to ultimately purchase a home. 72% say that homeownership is part of the personal American dream. 79% under 25 years old believe that owning is financially better than renting. This is an indication that recession anxiety, which prompted adult children to move into their home with their parents, and single people who postpone marriage is starting to, we've seen a lot of ease. And this is really helping our real estate market in this generation. The group is now coming into the market strong and are excited about home ownership, which is really exciting news. Survey consistently find that overwhelming majority of young adults plan to own a home in the future. And many of these buyers have stayed on the sidelines, but with the improvement on the housing market, they're getting off the fence and they're beginning to start their home search and really seeing the urgency of taking advantage of the market now while the interest rates are still at a historical low. I know that we've heard a lot, and you've heard me say on the show many times how interest rates are going to go up, and we know they are. It's just a matter of time and how much longer that we're going to see these historical low interest rates. And the sense of urgency and getting off the fence is just with the demand of home ownership and what we're seeing in the market is the challenge that we've talked about many times before, as well as just the lack of inventory. So hopefully we continue to get some more inventory on the market that's going to help. Now, these new households will be divided between purchase and rentals. However, this group believes strongly in homeownership, as we've saw through the statistics that Harvard University put together. Better Homes and Gardens real estate survey showed that Gen X and Gen Y are more motivated than some of our older generations. The survey revealed that 40% would be willing to take a second job if needed, and 23% said that they would move in with parents to save money so that they could come up with that down payment in order to have the American dream of home ownership. Now, Gen X and Gen Y are savvy home buyers. So for real estate agents out there and financing experts, they have the knowledge that is needed. Today's Gen X and Y homeowners are not the buyer of 5 years ago. After the tightening within the mortgage industry and the fallout in the housing industry, today's buyer is savvier than ever, and they're street smart, having built an education off of the internet, offering real estate insight into the home buying process. Gen X and Y are knowledgeable, responsible, and ready to buy when the time is right. So it'll be interesting to follow this trend as prices continue to rise and interest rates increase, which again, we know is going to happen sometime in the future. Coming up the Money Hour, if you're a homeowner in the King County area, you definitely will not want to miss my first guest in studio, which has been in studio many times, Lloyd Haar, King County Assessor, right here on 1150 AM KKNW after this short break.